Hi guys, Durantula90 here again and welcome back to the channel. So for today's video I'm going to be doing a community challenge, and that community challenge is what items in your collection, whether it be games, DVDs or anything like that, do you regret owning? So the first thing I'm going to talk about is a very big, well, it's big, everyone knows it, and that is The Simpsons. So as a kid, you know, I was always that kind of kid. As soon as it hit 6 p.m, in the front of the sofa, on the floor, didn't care, as long as I got to watch the 2 episodes of Simpsons from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. But as an adult, like, as I started getting more box sets and stuff, I said I was going to get The Simpsons. I thought maybe, you know, it'd be worth it. You know, I do have memories of The Simpsons, etc. I thought it'd be quite fun. But I got to like getting this, and it was like, yeah, seeing the original ones. I wasn't really a big fan, so I kind of prefer it after they kind of changed it by like 3 or 4. And so I got to, I think that's what I got to, because I got to about 4 series in. I didn't actually watch the 4th series, but it's like, I got, after watching the 3rd one, it just like, I never really laughed. It was never really funny to me, and it's just like, there doesn't just seem any point in me carrying on with it, because realistically, like, even though I don't find it funny, but at the same time, it's kind of something from my past and I'm nostalgic about it. It's not something that I'm really into. You know, I know a lot of Simpsons fans kind of died down after some of the later series, but considering how many series it's on now, it's just like, I'm really not going to bother. So, you know, that's one thing I definitely regret buying. Next thing I'm going to talk about is Platinum games. Now, the thing about Platinum games are, obviously not every game came out both Platinum version and the Black Label version for PlayStation. And it really annoys me because, like, when I started picking up games at the beginning of my retro gaming journey, I literally kept buying game after game after game. I didn't care like what version it was as long as I owned it. But now
I regret it,
because it's just like, you take a look at like Siphon Filter. You know, I've got these 2 were platinum ones. This one never came out as a platinum, I don't think. I don't think so anyway. So it's like having these together and then just looking on the shelf going, hey, I've got Saw, look at that. And especially with the Siphon Filter case being like the smaller version as well, so you kind of look at it and you go, oh, and I'm very OCD, so it's like, you just see the size difference of the case, and it's just, it does your head in.
It does my head in.
Because it is just so silly. But at the same time, it's like, again, I kept buying them. You know, that was the choice that I made at the time, was to buy them. And it reflects on so many different things. Like, if you have, like, a game and its sequel, so the Oddworld games, obviously you've got Abe's Odyssey here, which is platinum, and then Abe's Exodus, which isn't. So again, it's just like, they look different. And if you're like me, it triggers you badly. But the point is, you know, that is the thing, isn't it? It's like, at the end of the day, like, if I really want to replace them, like, if I really find it, like, something that really annoys me, it's just hard, because you look at it and you go, well, I have to rebuy that game, realistically. Because, I mean, there's sometimes on eBay, you'll see the game or something, and it'll be like, oh, manual only, or like the outer inlays and stuff, and that's quite cool, like, if to try and place it easier, like an easier way to do it. But with this, it's just so difficult, because you collectively you're going to buy another copy of the game, and then you're then going to get rid of this copy, which kind of makes sense. Like, it all kind of comes together in some ways, but it's just like, no, it's just a repeat, something you keep doing and doing and doing, and it's something that you just reflects all the time. Like with Croc, like my copies of Croc, again, same thing as Abe's Odyssey and Exodus. You know, again, one's platinum, one isn't. And especially if you like look up with my PlayStation stuff, like if you see my game room tour, you'll see exactly the point, that there's platinum games everywhere, and it just looks weird. You know, I'd rather them just be Black Label ones, because I'm pretty sure on in Retro Games HQ in Swindon, Pete's big wall of PS1 games, I don't think any one of them is a platinum game. I think they're all Black Label ones, and it looks like so great because it's so all Black Label ones and nothing else. But yeah, it's just that's the kind of reflection that I've kind of got while thinking about it. It's just that point of, do you really want to have them? Especially if you're OCD like me, you don't want platinum things everywhere. And it's the same with PS2 games, because I've got both God of Wars, and it's like, again, one's the platinum, one isn't. And it's like, I'd much rather have the Black Label version because, the disc looks better because of the artwork, the case looks better because it's kind of full on a bit more. And it's not just the same, it's not just that with the PlayStation ones, which brings me on to my next point, which is the classics on the original Xbox. Okay, when you've got games like Knights of the Old Republic, amazing Star Wars games, not that I've played them yet, but you look at the artwork, and again, it's just reminiscence of like the Star Wars posters of the films and stuff like that. But then you look at it and you go, oh, big, nice artwork, kind of reflects all the way around. But with this, it's not, because it's the white all around, then you've got the classics bit here, so it doesn't look as great on the spine as well, and it just looks meh. Meh. But yeah, it's just silly. It's just absolutely silly to me. And again, like, I would just get the other version, but at the moment this is £10 in CEX, so it's like, unless I trade, I don't know what this trades in for, but like if I traded it in for just towards the other one, I'm sure that would probably be better for me. But to make sure, if it didn't have the manual, I'd probably keep mine, because mine's got the manual, you see. And moving on to my last point for this video, and that is incomplete games. Now, I've talked many times on this channel, and if you know me, you know that manuals for me are very important. But it's not just manuals. And what I mean by that is this case. Now, I know what you're thinking. It just looks a typical blank case for anything, right? However, it's not. So, back in the day, back in a long time ago, I picked up Papa the Rapper 2 on PS2 for the first time. It was about £12, I think, and I loved it. Still prefer the first one, but the second one was okay. It was a different thing, which was quite nice. But I got to one level, and I was watching all the cutscenes, obviously, because it's the first time ever playing it. And it got to one of the cutscenes, and at the single point, it just cuts off, and the game crashes. And I thought, I'll clean the disc. Didn't help it. Still crashed. Give the PS2 a bit of a clean. Didn't do anything either. So I was thinking, it might be the copy of the game. So I bought a new copy online. Little did I know, it comes like this. So, and it didn't have any, it was literally just the case. So I literally just bought the disc. So obviously it came in this case, and I played in, carried on from when I left off, and it crashed again, which was annoying, let me tell you. But then it wasn't until I thought, what if I just skip the cutscene, at just before that point, and it worked. And then I tried it with my other copy, it did it again. So I don't know what's wrong with that cutscene, that it can't finish to the point where it crashes the game. And I don't know if you've experienced it, if you've owned the game. Let me know in the comment section below if you have. But it's unbelievable. Like, how can you have this? At this point where you have a game where multiple copies crash at the same point. Now, I know that there's definitely that in some history with games, like certain copies of Tomb Raider, Angel of Darkness has that. But like with this, it was just like, I couldn't believe it. So now I had two copies, and obviously I think then the price of the game went up again, from £12 to like 15 or 18, and then it became good trade fodder. But the problem was, obviously, is that I had two copies and only had one complete case. like so with the inlay, with the outer case, the outer sleeve, and obviously because this other one didn't have the manual or anything like that, I kept it. So I literally traded in my copy that had all the complete casing of it into CEX, but I kept my manual and the big map, Papa the Rapper like map instructions thing for my copy and the disc. So at the moment I now have this as my copy of Papa the Rapper 2, which doesn't sit well in my collection because it doesn't have the outer layer. And I really want to get hold of it, but again, because it's a game that, again, it's not very expensive when you look at other games, but like, why would you spend that much on a game, or have just to have one like component of it? Like honestly, if it was like so much easier to do, I would do it, and so would everybody else. But I don't. So there's that. But anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching this video. I do hope you enjoyed. I look forward to seeing your VRs, to see what you own in your collection, whether it's a game, part of your game collection, your DVD collection, or any other things that you collect as a collector, what you regret owning in your collection. Thank you very much, guys. Don't forget to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you're new, and if you want to know when my videos hit YouTube, make sure to turn the bell on for notifications for when I upload. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching and subscribing. Enjoy the rest of your day, whatever it is you're doing. Until the next time, guys, until the next video, take care of yourselves.